welcome to the Puff Buff channel. Today on this YouTube video of Let's Cook It, we are going to be making some scones. This recipe, at least the base recipe, comes from sallysbakingaddiction.com. However, we're going to do cranberry scones. We got some dried cranberries that we're going to put inside those. One of the things about scones is my wife absolutely loves them. I don't know why, she just does. So one of the things that she does is there's a place in Cheyenne, it's called RXT Time. Her aunt took there one time, she absolutely loves it. She took me there a separate time. Gotta say, it's a great experience. The whole scone, Devonshire cream, it's like her favorite combination. They do some other things as well. They do some cucumber sandwiches, which is really good. However, since we don't always go, this is something that we can do at home, and my wife can get her scone fix, and Bo can, do his thing.
Bo.
Bo, say hi. Good boy. Good boy. All right. So yeah, we'll get that started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix all the dry stuff together. So for the first part, this recipe calls for 2 cups of flour. It doesn't say anything special about sifted. Not that I've ever really cared about that kind of stuff. So 2 cups of flour. We're going to do a half a cup of sugar. A half a teaspoon salt, and 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and a half. Boop. I'm gonna whisk it together for the next step. So one part of the recipe that this calls for is frozen butter. So we're gonna sit here and grate an entire stick of frozen butter, which is going to take a while, unfortunately. So,
You're good.
Okay, so we got our frozen butter. We also got our little, what's it, a pastry knife, whatever it's called, pastry cutter. I don't know what it's called, pastry cutter. Yes. Add the frozen butter. The instructions say to cut the butter into the flour until you get little pea-sized pieces of, I guess, pastry dough going on here. Our butter is now officially enfolded into our flour mixture. So we're going to start working on the wet ingredients. Until then, we're going to put this in the fridge or freezer per the recipe's recommendations. We'll probably do it in our freezer and see how it goes. A half a cup of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. Gotta get it all out. 1 egg. And then we're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We use imitation vanilla flavor. It's cheaper and it's never let us down yet. 1. Ooh. And after that, we are going to whisk it. All right, so we got our flour mix. We have our liquid mix of heavy whipping cream, vanilla, and egg. And we also have what we're going to throw in, which is our sweet and dried cranberries. One of the things that for this next part that the recipe kind of goes over as a tip is to keep the heavy whipping cream on the side in case your dough isn't moist enough as you mix it, so you can add more and make it moist, all that good stuff. So we're going to take this, we're going to drizzle it over our flour mixture, and then we're also going to take our cranberries and throw it on top as well. A lot of cranberries, medium amount of cranberries, a lot amount of cranberries. What do you want? Okay. Another thing that the recipe kind of mentions is you want to handle it as little as humanly possible. It's meant to be crumbly, thick, those kinds of things. You don't want to be too liquidy. It gives a whole bunch of tips and tricks about it. We'll see how this turns out. So, forgot the spatula. Have one of those ready, just in case, but go ahead and start mixing this together. Folding it. Let's see, we might have enough. Maybe not. A little bit of whipping cream. Yeah. So, whatever recipe we're using, not enough whipping cream, so we're going to add a little bit more, drizzle it. See if that does the trick. See how this goes. Let's see how this forms. Oh, there we go. That's good. I think we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I think we'll be able to make that work. So we're going to take the dough. We're going to form it into discs. And after we get formed, we're going to then cut it into wedges. And then we're going to go from there. Now, one of the things, and I should have listened, I should have paid attention, now that I remember, is they want you to use floured hands. It helps prevent the dough from sticking. As you can see, it's sticking to my hands, so I will probably go ahead and do that. All right. Hands are floured. Let's try this again, see if it works a little bit better this time. And so far, we are in luck. So, I'll take it. Start getting it rounded out. Maybe not. Holy smokes. Ah! It's turning into a disaster. By the way, in case you haven't figured this out, I'm not a professional, so we'll see. So, get this round in place. Looks like we're pretty good. My phone vibrated. I wonder who that could possibly be. Or my watch vibrated. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut these in wedges and we'll go from there. All right. So let's go ahead and cut this. And you just rinse and repeat until you use all your dough. So our beautiful scones are now done. The next step of this, there's 2 steps. So the first of it is we gotta let these freeze for about 15 minutes. And then when they're done freezing, we pull them out, stick them in the oven at 400 degrees for 18 to 26 minutes. When they're done, they're going to be lightly brown around the edges and on top. We'll show you what ours look like when they're done. If you make larger scones, it says it can take up to 25 minutes, so just really keep an eye on it. It's all oven dependent as well as everything else that's going on. And then while these are cooking, we are going to make our delicious Devonshire cream, or I should say our Devonshire cream, but the Devonshire cream recipe that we found. And then we'll show what everything looks like it was done. We'll show you how to get that created and we'll be good to go. So for our Devonshire cream, it's actually called mock Devonshire cream. It comes from tasteofhome.com. For it, we'll need confectioner's powdered sugar, whipping cream, sour cream, and cream cheese. Important to note, the cream cheese has to be at room temperature, so that way it's easier to mix. Anyone who's ever made a cheesecake is probably very familiar with all of that. So we'll go ahead and get that done. Get our little attachment on. Cream cheese opened.
It's 3 ounces of cream cheese.
It's 3 ounces. Are you sure? Yes. 3 ounces of cream cheese. That's embarrassing. Could you have my knife, please?
Yep.
So I was made a mistake. I thought the whole thing of cream cheese is supposed to go in here. Turns out it's only 3 ounces. So we're just going to take 3 ounces and go from there. Gonna add a cup of sour cream and then 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. For the last step, we're going to add a cup of our heavy whipping cream. Alright, so we have our Devonshire cream done. One of the things that we were thinking about as we were making this, because we, of course, tasted it while I was cooking, or not cooking, while I was mixing, excuse me, is possibly adding vanilla. If it is, you know, a little bit of a strong flavor, so if you want it a little bit sweeter, you could always add more powdered sugar. Go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Devonshire cream, put it in a separate bowl, put it in the fridge until our scones are done and ready to go. And then we'll go ahead and try them. Bon appetit. All right, so our scones are done. Some of them grew a little bit bigger than I expected, so they kind of mushed together, but as you can tell, lightly golden on top, a little bit around the edges. They smell fantastic. Super excited how they turned out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let them cool. We'll probably eat them tonight, and then we'll show everyone how they taste. All right, so now to taste our scones, see how they turned out. Let's go ahead and pop it open, see how it did. Nice, looks good. First we're gonna try a bite without the Devonshire cream, see how it goes. That's good, not too sweet. Cranberries are awesome. If you love cranberries, that is. I'm sure you can do other things with it. But the recipe turned out good. It's nice and flaky. No complaints from this end. Now with the Devonshire cream. That's good. That's a good scone. Yep, delicious dessert. Recommend it. I'm sure the wife will love it as well. Good recipe. Follow it. Simple. It's easy. You don't have to be super skilled to be able to pull it off. Devonshire cream. Also, again, simple, easy recipe. You don't need to be a master chef to be able to pull it off. So go ahead, give it a shot. If you like this video, if you think it was entertaining, or if there's recipes that you think we should try, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that fun social media stuff, and we'll see you guys later.